Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly and I'm so excited to do my competition makeup routine today. I'm not cheering for ECE this year, of course, because I'm down in Savannah for school. I'm cheering for Savannah Sharks, which is super fun. And we're here in Daytona today. I'm gonna do my little get ready with me and I'll show you guys exactly what I do for my makeup because it is a little bit different than what I did last year. Not by much, but like a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm doing. I do have a self tan on, so ignore like the orangey look. Our hair is a lot different than I did for ECE too, because we usually just did a straight pony of tees last year. But today we're doing a little side Dutch braid to a low pony with some curls. So super exciting. I'm not gonna show you guys my hair, I'm just gonna do the makeup look. I wanna get started with this. I love doing my makeup for this, so fun. I have my uniform top on right now. I don't have my bottoms on, but we do have a two-piece uniform and I did tie the arms back just so that way they aren't on and in my way. I'm gonna start by putting my little headband on. So we're in the bathroom, like of our hotel room. We flew here yesterday and it's a really short drive from Savannah, but we're flying home, like home for Christmas tomorrow, and then we'll be home till we go back to school in Savannah in January. So that was like why we flew. I have my headband on and we're gonna start with my makeup. So I have to start by putting on some lotion. I didn't do that yet. I did do it like with my self tan last night, but I never did it when I woke up and washed my face and showered. So I'm just putting a little bit of the CeraVe moisturizing cream. I like to keep it in this because I can usually keep my lotion in my skin fridge, and when I'm at school it's also easy to keep it in that and just refill it when I want it because you only use a small amount a day, so it lasts a little bit. It's the CeraVe moisture cream. My skin is so dry from being in the cold weather at home, and then I happened to just be in Savannah last week because we had practice. Now my skin is like getting back to being good. It's still so dry and like flaking off because of the weather changes. So okay, nice and moisturized. I honestly hate the feeling of lotion like on my hands like that. It like disgusts me, like having lotion on my body. But just the feeling of it, I don't like it at all. I do it on my face every day because I can't not do it. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of sunscreen on because it is 80 degrees here today and I don't want to get burnt if I'm outside. I'm not really sure exactly how long I'll be outside for. I'm gonna do it anyway. So we got this on, and that was the Elta MD. I love this sunscreen, Elta MD UV Clear SPF 46, but I really like that. It's really good for your skin. We got the bases done. For cheer, I like to start with my eye makeup. Lately I've been starting with my face makeup, or like just doing my everyday makeup, but we're starting with my eyes today because my eyes take a little bit to do. It's probably the hardest part. So we're gonna start with the Morphe 35XO palette in Natural Flirt. That's what it's called, and it's just like these beautiful little pink shades, and this is like my favorite palette. I think one of my favorite palettes I have. I love the colors of this one, but like my sultry palette is such a great everyday one, so we're gonna be using this one as well. We're gonna start with taking a little bit, this is just a random little foundation I got in my Itsy bag quite a few years ago, I think, but I use it as a like primer. Whenever I'm getting ready for the day, I usually start with doing my face first, and I'll just use like my extra concealer on my eyes. We're gonna wet my beauty blender really quick. Don't want hot water. Okay, I just wet and completely squeeze out all of the water out of my beauty blender. All right, I'm gonna take this little skin-based foundation. This angle is really weird, but this is all I got in the bathroom here. Ilama Squaw skin-based foundation, if I'm saying that right. Again, Ipsy bag a long time ago, trying to use it up. So I just put a little bit of that on my thing, and then I put way too much. Okay, we'll wipe some of it off. You're on a tissue box, so I need the tissues now. Sorry if you moved a little bit. Actually, I think that worked better. I don't know what I did, but I'm just wiping that off my hand, and then I got that kind of everywhere because I got way too much on my beauty blender. Okay, so usually that doesn't happen, but we got that on. I'm just gonna take this, what is it called? Okay, it's the shade Come Here Often on this palette. It's like this really nude base color. I'm just gonna take a bunch of that on my beauty blender, and I'm gonna use that to set the foundation I use on my eye, just so I can have a nice base to do my shadow. That looks good, and that's all I wanted. I just want something to set my eyes with, so I literally brought all my brushes because I didn't know which ones I wanted. I don't even know what I want. I want some nice blending brushes right now. I've already been filming for 10 minutes. This is gonna be a long video. We're gonna start with a nice big blending brush. This is the Farah 35E. So I got this in my Ipsy bag. I got a lot of brushes from my Ipsy bag, or they're Morphe brushes. So this one is Ipsy, and I love this one. It's one of my favorite blending brushes to use every day. We're gonna start by taking, let me find the shade names. The shade Touchy Feely and Talk Feelings. We're gonna mix those two, which is the shade right here, this one, and then this one. We're just gonna mix those, and we're gonna cover like my eye. I love the pink eye, like pink little look. So I like to start in like my crease line, and I just like go back and forth and blend it out. I like go like this, and then I just like use circular motions in both the left and right direction, like both clockwise and counterclockwise, and just blend as much as I possibly can. And like the more you do this, like the better it blends out. Honestly, makeup isn't that hard to do once you like figure out like a good like method, I guess you could say. So like I just use like the same method all the time. Like I don't really change up the way it looks. So you see, like that just blended out so nicely. And I had like the perfect amount of product by just like going back and forth a couple times and just like shaking my brush a little bit. So like I said, I go back and forth my crease line a little bit, and that starts to blend it out. And then I do circular motions a little bit above my crease line to blend the rest of it out into like the top, because that's where I want this shade of pink to be, if that makes sense. I'm so bad at explaining makeup, but like I feel like I'm not doing a terrible job today. And then you just like keep adding. You want to start with a light base of it and then just keep adding color until you get the shade that you want. So I'm just going to keep going in a little bit more. I like to tap the brush off on the palette a little bit too, just to not have too much color. And then I just keep going in this direction, and I just kind of follow like the natural line of my eye and keep it there, and like where kind of where my eye goes to my eyebrow. And this eyebrow is longer than this one. Both eyes look different, which isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it just doesn't blend how I want it to, which is okay. Having that primer down really helps for sure. I'm just gonna finish off blending this. It's almost done. Okay, so that's like the pink I want. It looks a little bit more pink in person, but like it's exactly what I want, I'm looking for. I like to cover like my whole, like, I don't know what this part of your eye is called, like whatever the upper lid is called, that's what I think it is. Cover that with like a pink kind of shade and just blend that nicely out. So now I'm gonna come in with a thinner blending brush, just like a skinnier one, something like this. I'll use this one, the Morphe. I like this one. Morphe M506. So if you can tell, I'll show you guys the difference. It's a little bit skinnier. So I like to use this in like the outer corner here to blend in a darker shade. I'm gonna do a darker like pinkish kind of color. So I think I'm gonna mix, it's this color and this color, these two, +1 and show some skin. So I'm just gonna go back and forth. Mixing colors is like the best thing ever, because you can just easily, okay, see, so I'm just starting by placing it right there in the corner. So it's like a darker pinky, mauve, maroonish, I don't even know how to describe it. But I'm just going in and just putting this right on the line, and then just like kind of blending it out a little bit. Okay, so you see how that made it a little bit darker? I'm gonna do that on that other eye. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit more brown, because I want it to be a little bit darker and not as pink. But I like the way that the pinks blend better, and I like to start with this. Okay, so you see how that works? I like the Sultry palette. I'm just gonna take the shade Twig here, and we're gonna put that in the corner. Actually, we're gonna do Dystopian. Twig and Dystopian. Those are like the browns in the palette. I hope that's in the same spot. My camera just stopped recording. I don't know if it got the rest of that. I finished blending out the outer corners like that, and it just darkened up the eye a lot, and I really like the way it looks. But we're gonna go in and add a little bit more of those lighter pink shades I used in the beginning, and I'm just taking the Morphe M505 blending brush. So I'm gonna just go in with those lighter pinks again, and just go in it over top one more time, just so it blends perfectly. Some days my makeup's perfect, and some days it's like a little bit not as what I'm looking for, but today it's like going really well. I think that looks pretty good. This is the, I don't know what brush this is. It looks like this. It's just like another blending brush, and it has nothing on it. So I'm just gonna go in and just blend everything just like this, because it has no color on it. So I think that looks pretty good. So you can always remove makeup on the sides if you would like to. So I'm probably gonna end up taking a little bit off here. You can literally just take either like a tissue and just like quickly wipe it, and like just a makeup remover maybe, or even just with your foundation, it will come right off. So I'm just gonna round it out. I didn't like how far out it was going. That's like the basis of the eyes, how it is. I'm gonna put my eyelashes on first. I love lavender lashes. These are my favorite lashes ever. I'm taking these. This is the style Mary Grace. The style that I used to use, I think it was Leslie, I wanna say. I couldn't find them on the website when I went to order more pairs. When I found out I was sharing again, I literally went on the line and ordered them that night, but I couldn't find that style. So I got Mary Grace, and I actually really like these ones also. So if you don't know how to put eyelashes on, I'll do like one. I'll show you guys how to do one of them. I have them already cut down because I've worn them once. These ones you can wear so many times. I like the Duo Lash Glue, the ones that has the brush. So I just take this and you just go right over. I do have nails on, so it kind of makes this a little bit difficult, but I just put a ton of glue on the lash line of the lashes. You want to just like put a bunch on, and then the inner corners are the most important to stick. You can always put more on too when it's on your eye. And then you want to wait a few seconds for it to like get a little bit sticky. I don't really wait that long because I get nervous that it's like not gonna stick to my eye at all. Usually I just like my fingers, but I might need to use the things just because I have nails on. You're just gonna take it and put it, I like to always start with my right eye, and literally just place it on your lash line. I'm like trying to do this really well. Okay, so it's a little diagonal, but that's what this little tool comes in for. That comes with a lot of cheap lash kits from like Target, and I actually really like cheap lash kits as well. Once it's like on your eye and you give it a couple of seconds, I like to just like take these lash tweezers. You can buy like just the tweezers and just the glue at any like drugstore. I like these to pinch them with my normal lashes. So usually you're supposed to put mascara on first, and I forgot about that. And yeah, you just pinch it with your normal lashes so that way you can't see like that line in between as you can right now. We're just gonna do this. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. So like, look at the difference. It just makes it so much better, and it covers up so many mistakes of your makeup. I'm just gonna give this a few seconds to dry on. One versus the other. Let's put the other eye on. I really should have put mascara on first, but I guess I'll just do it after. It's fine. Now I'm not gonna put it on one or not the other because that is annoying. I can't do one, not the other. They have to be the same. So I always put a ton of lash glue on the inner corner so that way it stays, because that's the hardest part to keep down. They went on really nice today. This one did. Let's hope that this one goes well. I'm having some difficulties. I'll be back. Okay, I got both on, and this one's not as nicely placed as the other one. I tried, but I think it's a little bit too far in, but it's okay. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of mascara because I need some on this outer corner, and I do need to blend it quite a bit. Just like a tiny, tiny bit. And then we have to do my lower lashes, of course. Now for the fun part of the eyes, which is the glitter in the blue. I'm gonna let the mascara dry for a sec before I wipe it off. But let's start with the glitter because I can do that right now. This is the Stila liquid eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. My favorite. I'm just gonna take some off of the little applicator and start by putting it on my lid. I'm not gonna do a ton, but I like to just pat it on. And I don't like to go too much further than my crease because you just want it like blended. So just like that. So we're gonna do the other eye. And then I also like to put it on the inner corners, but let's do the blue first and wipe off this mascara. I probably look crazy. Oh, to put that glitter on, I was using the Morphe M124, and I'll use it again in a second, but I'm taking, now we're gonna be doing some blue on my eyes, not on the eyes, underneath. I found these two things. This is the Morphe Eye Wish Shadow Stick. Oh, there's a sharpener. Oh my god, I didn't know there was a sharpener on the bottom. That's so cool. This is what it looks like. It's just like the shade, fingers crossed. And then this is the NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade Gypsy Blue. So it's like a teal, sparkly kind of color. Shimmery, I should say. It's not sparkly. We're gonna start by taking the Morphe one. We're gonna use the Morphe M410 brush, and we're gonna take the Morphe stick and just put a little on the ends of this brush. And then we're also going to put some of the NYX one on the brush. I like to mix the two because they're like two very different blues, and together it's like the perfect color. So I have to really concentrate on this one. We're gonna go underneath my lashes, so that's why I like to have them done, and we're just gonna blend just a little bit. I just like to place it on there first and then I'll blend it after. I usually use one side of the brush to put the color on. We're gonna flip it over and use the other side to just kind of blend it up. It kind of looks crazy, and I don't think I look that great in it, so we're gonna take a Q-tip and then just kind of clean it up a little bit. Just kind of go run across it because that just like lightens it and makes it look a bit more natural. Not natural, but like blends it, I guess I should say. So that looks a little bit better. We're gonna take the NYX one, the Gypsy Blue shade, and put that on my waterline. Okay, so it looks like that. I'm gonna take that brush again and blend a little more. Blend it a little bit more with the waterline. Like that-ish. It looks really dark today, and I don't know why. That's what the eyes look like. That's pretty much done. I will fluff out my lashes a little bit, the bottom lashes. Probably do a little bit more mascara, but let's do my base makeup first. That's pretty much what the eyes look like. I will put on my inner corners first, I guess, the sparkles. I'm all over the place right now. So it looks like that. That's my eye makeup. Let's move on and do my face. Hopefully the blue looks a little bit better because I don't know why it looks so weird to me right now. So I actually did buy some new foundation to do my makeup. I moved my makeup bag just a tiny tiny bit and you fell. Okay, hopefully that's okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Summer Fridays lip balm on right now because my lips are so chapped, and I love this lip balm because it's like tinted, but like the slightest bit. I love the color of it. I don't know why it looks like nice on my lips. I like it. I bought the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation for this makeup, so that way I had a nicer foundation that was like a darker shade to do my makeup with. Then I also did get the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. This has sunscreen in it. I already had this a couple years ago and I got rid of it because it was really old. This is the shade Finland Light 1. The Ilia one is in the shade Texel SF3. I wanted to be a little bit tanner to match my skin with my self tan. I'm grabbing all my products now so I know that I have them. We're gonna start by putting on a little bit of concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer shade Vanilla. This is my favorite thing ever. It's gonna be a little bit light on my skin. And then over some blemishes that I need to cover. I like the Tarte Hydro C concealer also, but I feel like that might be a lot to put on. We're gonna put the Ilia. Okay, that's like a perfect shade. We're just gonna put a couple drops all over. And then I might put a little bit of this on. I feel like that's plenty for my whole face. We're gonna take my wet beauty blender and just start blending. I wanna start with my under eyes. And then this is definitely gonna look a little bit brightening, but mixed with the foundation. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, I might need a little bit more foundation. I feel like I got a good amount on the beauty blender. Now we're gonna go in with, this is a Real Techniques foundation brush, and I like to just go in and blend this in my skin because I feel like it then like makes it look like this is my actual skin and not foundation on top of it. I'm gonna go in with bronzer and stuff too to darken it, but always make sure you go onto your ears too. I always like to blend it out on my ears. Once I feel like it looks like pretty good and blended, I'm gonna go in and use my beauty blender and take the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder. I used to really like this foundation, then I just kind of stopped wearing it, but this is apparently like a good foundation to use for acne prone skin. Shade Classic Ivory. It's like the lightest shade they have, but it's still like a perfect shade for being tan. This one is like pretty much gone, but I like to use it to swirl my beauty blender around and like put it right under my eyes because I feel like it adds a little bit of tan color while also setting it. I've been doing this for a long time and I think it works, like this little technique, because once I use a good amount of my powder, I will stop using it and I'll keep it just to use with the beauty blender. And I feel like that adds a little bit of color to it. I guess add it to my whole face. And then I'll take the other one that I have that's like full, and I'll take an actual like blending brush. This is a powder brush from Real Techniques, and go through my face and just blend out everything I just did. Time for like bronzer, add some color to my face because now it's all like one tone and it actually matches me perfectly. I was actually a little nervous that it was gonna be too light, but it's perfect I think once I added that powder on. So we're taking, this is a Shayna B Miami blush brush. So it's a pretty large like brush, so I like to use it for bronzer. We're taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Rosewood, I believe, yeah. And we're just gonna go in, swirling it up through my cheekbones. Look at that bronze. Temples, where my hairline is. So I kind of added a lot to this side of my face. And then my nose also. I never know how to contour my nose and I don't ever do it because I feel like this does not look good on me. I like to like bring it on my neck too, just like to add a little definition. Once that bronzer is nicely on, and for cheer you can kind of go crazy because you need to have a lot of makeup on. Blush time. This is a Chic blush brush, and my blush is the Ofra Madison Miller blush in the shade All You Need Is Love. And I just follow the same place I did bronzer, just above it for blush, because I feel like it elongates your face, right? Rather than putting it like right on your cheekbones. I also like to add a little bit to my forehead, to my nose, of course. Highlight is my favorite part. For cheer, I always do my Kylie Jenner highlight in the shade Queen, I believe. I can't flip this over now. And it's literally like a loose powder. You are not gonna be able to see this because I don't want to tip it over. I just take a little bit, literally barely any, because it's like pure glitter. And I just put that, like, look at how stunning that is. Oh, I love it. So I might take a little bit more on the tip of the brush for my brow. That looks pretty good. And that's my makeup. I do have to put lipstick on, but I don't want to wear that now. Oh, brows. Precisely my brow pencil in the shade 2.5. I basically just like go through my eyebrows and like honestly kind of color them in at first. And then I just take the other end and spoolie through them to nicely disperse the color I put on. See, like that looks natural. This one doesn't. Now that that's done, we're gonna take my 24-hour brow setter and throw that in to gel them down. I use this every single day. I love it. I just brush them all upwards and then down. Like I said, this is my lipstick. It's the Revlon Ultra Matte lip color in the shade Addiction. I will put that on, but not right now because I still have 3 hours till we meet, but I have to do my hair and stuff. And then I'm doing some other people's hair, so I have to go early and all this stuff. That is my makeup for today. I'm so excited. I love doing my competition makeup. The blue doesn't look terrible, but that's what it looks like. I love it so much. I love doing my makeup. It feels so fun to just like get ready for the day. But I'm excited to do a low pony for our hair. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little makeup look. I hope it was helpful and kind of showed you guys exactly how to do it, how to put stuff on. I'm gonna fix the inner corners in a little bit because they're kind of just like there. I need to like blend it in a little bit more. But my skin looks really nice. Bronze and glowy. I hope it was like helpful if you do competition makeup or it was just fun to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am vlogging this whole weekend. That will be up, I don't know when, which is up first or not, so I don't remember off the top of my head, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.